Hey coin collectors, Dan the Collecting Man here. Today I want to go through the Impressions catalog. I know I'm a little bit late for the first release, but I thought I'd go through some of the different coins in the PNCs in there and what are my thoughts, what's a good buy and something that I think will retain good value, and just some interesting key points to look through. So unfortunately I never actually got the catalog, so I've had to print it off the PDF to go through it, but let's go through it together and have a look at some of the key different things, because this Impressions catalog is something that people really like to get, because you can get some very good mintages on coins and PNCs that can definitely add a lot of good value, but sometimes there's some stuff in there that I personally don't think adds much value. So happy for your thoughts to go through it. So as we can see here, we've got release number 1, which is the 5th of November, so that was last week, and then we've got the 12th of November, which is the second release, which is some of the key different ones that people are going to look to get. So let's go through it and have a look together. So, and also if you were lucky in some of these releases, chuck in the comments below. So we can start off here with this one. This is from the perthmint. So a lot of these products I do realise are from the perthmint and a bit from the Royal Australian Mint as well. But we'll start off with this one here, which is the Year of the Horse, which is always a good one to get. This has a coloured silver coin in there, which is pretty good. So the silver coin itself, you're probably looking at around $120 to $130 for the silver coloured coin. So you're looking at a bit of a premium, to be honest, on that one to get this kind of coin. So only 150 of these are made. That's in the PNC form. So obviously there's probably 5,000 to 10,000 of the coins made, but only 150 are produced in this edition here. So for me, I don't know, people that collect these silver coins don't normally go for the PNC value personally. So I think it's more of a Royal Australia Mint kind of coins that are a bit more popular for collectors. We'll also see the Christmas card edition one, which is pretty cool. So I ended up getting one of these because I really do like the design of these coins themselves. They're really good. So, but this is not the PNC. So the PNC, it's more of a card kind of edition, which is not bad. $65 is a very high price, I think. That's one thing I always notice with Impressions is the prices. So this is like $20 or if that. And you're paying $65 for the privilege of having the same coin in a card. So I think that's definitely, and it's not the proof or anything else, any edition, so a little bit high. One thing I've noticed here is we've still got a lot of King Charles. They're really going on to this theme. So obviously you had the original one when he got coronated and his birthday, but we're now into 2025 and they're still pushing out the King Charles coins, even though nothing's really happened. There's not been any birthdays or anything specific. So I think they're going on a little bit with the King Charles stuff. I know with the Queen Elizabeth, they always did special edition ones based on certain anniversaries, but at the moment there's been no fundamental anniversaries to really recognise and putting it in the coin. So I don't think they're going to be very collectible, those coins, and they're just standard uncirculated coins. There's nothing special about the coins or anything else that would make you want to collect these coins per se. We've got some of these ones here, which is some military focused ones. These are coloured coins, nothing there that I would definitely be collecting. For me, there's nothing there. I think there's a little bit of people that like to collect this $1 coin, but for me, I wouldn't be going for them. Again, we've got some of these ones that came out of the perthmint. So 1 ounce of silver coin, $260 for me is a very, very high cost on that one, and I personally would not be going anywhere near that. For me, I know it's got a low number of 150, but the coin itself has got a higher mintage than that, so I wouldn't be touching that. The one I would be going for is this one here. So we've obviously seen this one's been going to be released on the 11th of November, or it's going to be dispatched on the 11th of November. I don't like this limit of 3 per household. I think that's a bit unfair because this one is going to be one that's going to be very collected. I think they should have kept this to 1 per household. Only 1,111 of these were made. This is the coloured $2 coin, which has got the red 8 poppies on there. Very, very collectible. And this is definitely for me, and they're all individually numbered. At $65, that is going to get a lot of good value on the secondary market. So that is definitely, out of the whole catalogue, that is the one that I'll be focusing on. And if you were able to get that, you've done very, very well, because that's really, really cool. But it's just a shame that they've made a limit to 3. They should make it 1, so everyone gets a chance. And we've got this uncirculated BU coin from the Perth Mint, not really collectible. And this one's from the Royal Mint in the UK. It's just a 50-cent coin in a PNC. Nothing special about it at all. I don't even think it's a proof coin, at $160. So I don't know why they've done that. So it's a Royal Mint coin. So it's a 50p, and they've made it look like an Australian kind of theme. But yeah, very, very high cost on that one. Limited to only 120, but again, that coin is being mass produced in the Royal Mint in the UK. Another good one here is this one here, the 50-cent coin that we can see there. So that one only 350, which I think is pretty good. So this is the one that we saw that came out here, the proof set out of the year set. So that's the coin itself there. I don't mind it. So it actually looks like it's kind of envelope kind of style that can open up. And you can see these ones are metals over here. I wouldn't be personally looking at these ones. I think the 50-cent coin coloured one edition would be a good one to get. And that's probably the only key ones. Some of the other ones here, we've got the 50 years of television kind of coins. Personally for me, nothing that I'm looking to get. I don't even know if this is, I think it is a coin from the Perth Mint. I'm not exactly sure about that one. I haven't seen much on that one myself. And then we've got these ones here, again out of the Perth Mint. These coins, these kind of ones that don't go into circulation often don't retain good collector's value. You want to try and get the coins that end up in circulation. Like this one here, the coins, the non-coloured edition, do end up in circulation. You find a lot more people trying to hunt for them. So there, for me, are the ones to collect. They're all quite collectible. These are ones from the book writer, and price is pretty reasonable for those two, to be honest. And we've got some of these old vintage car ones. I don't think they're going to be very collectible for me. We're still going on the Australian Open. So the Australian Open came out in January, and we had I was lucky enough to get some really good ones on these ones. These are the special limited edition ones. We still don't know what the mintages on these are. We're still waiting for the Royal Australian Mint's annual report, which as soon as I get that, I'll do a video on. But these are the special edition ones at $100 and $120. Not too bad. So this one's got 4 of them. These ones are at least got the coloured one. So you got the female and male ones. They're at least got the coloured one, which is a little bit more collectible. And you got these ones here, $60 each, which is only 2,000 of these produced. So that's not sure if it's 2,000 each or if you're getting both of them. Australian men's, women's. So it's not very clear if you get $60, you get 2, or if it's $60 each. It does say each there, so assume that's what you're getting there. Not too bad, but I don't think many people are going to be chasing the sports edition ones. People like the war-focused coloured $2 coins. I think they're the ones that are a little bit more collectible. And then we go into this flower one. Again, it's not for me. Some of these ones. Then we get these ones here, which are tokens. For me, I would personally steer clear of anything that's token related. I don't think they're that collectible, and it's nothing that I'll be looking at unless it's something that you personally like. So I think opals are a nice thing, but it's only if you collect opals. Don't look to buy these PNCs or anything else as something that you can make a profit on. Then we've got this one here. This is the coloured $1 coin, the big strawberry things. So this one comes out on the second release, so 12th of November at 8 AM. That one should be a pretty good one. Only 2,300, produced at $80. They've got a limit of 2 per household. I think having the coloured $1 coin in this PNC limited will be something that people will like to collect. And I think the Aussie Big Things is definitely a really good set. So I really like this one. This is the second one in this series. Took them a couple of years to get around to the second one. So I think that'll be really cool. You see also this one where you can get the coins themselves. They're not too bad. And then we've got some other ones here. We've got tokens again. So tokens, for me, that is $190 for this token P&C is definitely a very scary price. It's something I would be personally steering clear of. I don't think anyone's going to be looking at collecting that. And then we've got some of these other stamps. So that's basically it. There's a couple more here that's on the back. This is not too bad. Some other different ones there. Nothing that I'm interested in. I think this one here would be really interested to look at getting. This is something that I personally like. It's I always think these kind of ones. I think I had the P&C over here. So this is the one that I ended up getting. So the original P&C that came out is $6,500 with the $1 coin with the stamp inside of it. So this one also has the stamp P&C. 700 of these are made individually numbered. I think this one will be one of those sleeper ones that won't go off straight away, but you might find people are looking to collect this in the future. I think anything to do with the Royal Australian Mint and anniversaries, they do hold a bit of collector's value, and having this at a limited number is probably one that I'll be looking to get. So this one was available for order on the 5th of November, so it's probably already gone by the time I get it. And then they're trying to sell this one, the gold, at $26,000. So, and it doesn't actually say the weight of the gold in here, which is something interesting. I don't know why it's got available to release. So it's not like the 2026 one. So this is from the 12th of November, but this has been out for a while. So a bit odd that they've got that in there. So that's overall what we've got in this Impressions catalogue. I know I'm a little bit late on this one, but I'd love to know what your thoughts are, if there's any that you're looking to get or any that you have obtained, and what you personally think of it. I think overall it's pretty good. I think last year's one was definitely better because you had all the bluey ones and a few other really good collectible ones. There's only a couple in there that I would recommend personally myself, but I'd love to know if anyone else has any other feedback and any others that they're looking out for. Hopefully you like this video. Make sure you do give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Dan the Collecting Man. And as always, thanks so much for watching and joining the coin collecting community. I'll catch you in my next video. Dan.